there is better hope for Zaya Wade than there is for REI. Thus saith the Lord. Let me bring that back. Let me make sure I really lay that out. There is more hope for Zaya Wade. There is more hope for RuPaul than there is for REI. A nigga who got on stage and called Tazadakia the God sent comforter. Fuck REI. What?
Last night, that Coolio passed, and Coolio is Coolio is monumental to me, being that he's my first favorite rapper. So, I probably was 5 or 6 years old when Gangster's Paradise came out. It was like the most amazing thing in the world to me. My pops, he worked at a record store. He worked at this record store, Penny Lane on Bridgeport, in Lakewood, Washington.
What? A nigga who got on stage and called Tazadakia the God sent comforter. Fuck REI. A nigga who got on stage and called Tazadakia the God sent comforter. Fuck REI. It's that way tonight. It's that way tonight. Don't nobody call my phone about this shit neither. I ain't got nothing. Everything I gotta say, I'm gonna say on this video. And I'm not even gonna say nothing. I pray every single day. Like the scriptures say, let God be true and every man a liar. Simply, enable me, empower me, allow me to be a vessel to dispense your truth. Right? Yes, somebody said, fuck my God. And Jesus Christ, Yahushua, told me, said somebody can be forgiven for saying fuck my God. Somebody can be forgiven for saying fuck personal then. But realize, just like those Christians that we cut all the time, you're fighting against God. That's what you're fighting against. The Most High. All these leaders of tens of thousands of people in Israel, for y'all to do what y'all did this weekend. For y'all to do what y'all did this weekend. It's disgusting. It's inexcusable. It's ridiculous. For y'all to do what y'all did this weekend.
They're all my best friends. And there's other, Cap, there's other guys who are my best friends as well. But, those are like the three main ones, and they represent anchor points just in my life and my growth and my development. My earliest and most fondest memories, Coolio was the soundtrack of, man. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't know all the details, but, rest up Coolio. We'll see you in Gangster's Paradise, brother. All praise to the Most High. Shalom.
What?
Last night, that Coolio passed, and Coolio is, Coolio is monumental to me, being that, he's my first favorite rapper. So, I probably was 5 or 6 years old when Gangster's Paradise came out. It was like the most amazing thing in the world to me. My pops, he worked at a record store. He worked at this record store, Penny Lane on Bridgeport, in Lakewood, Washington.
He scoffs his elder, but loves a gangster. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect. And this lesson is going to be entitled, Ahlazar scoffs his elder, but loves his gangsters. All right, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai again. So let's get right into this. Everybody knows by now what was said, what has been said. And if you didn't remember it, I put it at the beginning of this video. Several clips of this guy, Ahlazar, Gorilla Hebrew, Big Brother Dean Almighty, Grand Poobah, right? So and so, on and on. All right, Mr. All of that. Absalom himself, going on about, cursing out the high priest elder, Ariel. All right. Now, we know at GMS that high priest elder or elder high priest Ariel went off in his old age. We understand that. Okay. But to express contempt for the man, and to express your love for certain other gangster figures, Monster Cody, Tukey Williams, Coolio, this and that and all of that, it's very disrespectful. Even to curse out, the elder Ariel and to say the things you said. Zaya Wade got more chance. RuPaul, and he was trying to be outlandish and ridiculous, which it was outlandish and ridiculous what you said. And it's not true, by the way. Now, before we get into it, let's deal with a few basic scriptures here I got. Before we get too far into it, is what I wanted to say. This is Proverbs 17, and I'm not going to say a lot that you haven't heard brothers say already. Almost every brother's going into this, and we're going to use some of the same scriptures, and then other ones, they'll be different. Now, this is one that you see coming out. This is Proverbs 17:15. It says, he that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord. Now, we know that Coolio was wicked. All right, Tukey Williams is wicked. Monster Cody is wicked. Some of the other gangsters and whatnot, this guy looks up to, they're fucking wicked. Okay? Now, at the time, the elder Ariel, was in a lot of a righteous man. Now, in the last days, he did go off as he got older in his old age, as men sometimes do. And even men in the Bible have done that. And we'll read one example of that. Okay? But men do go off in their old age. Now, is he still going to be allotted, with the righteous? We believe that he is, because he was an Israelite. But you just straight up going to choose a gangster ass nigga from the world and hold him in high regard and disrespect a man who's done so much for the truth, and you're going to try to sit in the seat of judgment for a man that came probably 40 years in the truth before you was even thought of. Not the wisest decision. Okay. And everybody's pissed off about it. I'm just holding my emotions in check, because really I'm not surprised by this guy. Nobody is really. And I'm not surprised by Bishop Nate. I'm not surprised by Eddie Munster or War and none of the rest of these gremlin niggas that'll try to use this. Because see, what Jake does is anything they can try to use to shame the truth, to try to get at GMS, they're gonna do it. And that's okay, because all you're doing is you're just helping sift those that are righteous from those that are wicked. Because the thing is this, we can't sit in the seat of judgment when it comes to a man like Elder High Priest Ariel, because we don't know his condition. We don't know whether he squared things up or repented with the Most High before he perished. We don't know that. And we don't know where he sits as far as being one of the elect men. Okay, all we doing, we all just playing out the role that the Most High put us in. We're playing out our lots. But for you to sit there and scoff at your elder, which he is his elder, because our elders is this guy's elder, and he's with the elder high priest Ariel is their elder. So by process of elimination or going down the road, you can easily see how this man is also this guy's elder, or elder high priest Ariel is also Ahlazar's elder. So there's no way around it. So what this guy's doing, he's justifying the wicked, and he's condemning one that was one of the just. It says, he that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord. And if you don't like to say that Elder Ariel was one of the just, well, Ahlazar sat right there and got on all the men what you leaders did over this weekend, and all people did was just gave tribute to Elder High Priest Ariel. We just gave tribute to the man. Okay, we didn't say we know what his seat is. We know, nobody said all of that. We know that the man went off. Anyway, this is Isaiah 5 and verse 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good. Coolio was a wicked ass nigga, and he did nothing for Israelites. He did nothing for Hebrew Israelites. He ain't in the truth. He's of the world. So when you call him, make like he's a good dude, and you call good evil, Elder Ariel was the author of the 12 tribe sign, which the Spirit of the Lord got on him for him to bring that forth, right? A lot of the Lashawan Kodash, many of the prayers, and a lot of the breakdowns which we teach now, you all teaching that because of the Elder Ariel taught it to our elders and apostles, and then so on and so forth. And that's a good work, especially now with the way the truth is growing. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. And this is this guy. This is the big head megalomaniac. This dude is proud. He's wise in his own eyes. He's a badass kid. All the adjectives go on and on and on with this dude. Okay. He's a grandstander. He likes to pound his chest and talk about himself. A narcissistic, imbecilic twit, in my estimation. A worldly, carnal ass nigga, just to be perfectly honest with you. So as the Lord said, or as in the book of Isaiah, as it said, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. And that's that dude all the way. Now, if you look at the word scoff, this dude scoffs at his elder, but he loves the gangster.
Scoff.
It says scoff in the third person. It says speak to someone about something in a scornfully derisive or mocking way. An expression of scornful derision. And what did he say? An object of ridicule. He said F aria, right? That's his exact words. He said F aria. So he scoffed him and made him of no, tried to make him of no respect. You see? And that's the opposite of what the Lord said to do. Ecclesiastes 7:29, it says, fear the Lord with all thy soul and reverence his priests. Now we know, we know that the elder Ariah went off. And our elders and apostles have expressed that on numerous occasions and how much it grieved them. And it grieved all of us. Even now to see them videos, it grieves us. But we understand, just like with King David and Saul, although a man of the Lord goes off, Elder Ariah ain't on the same level as one of you niggas that fell out the truth, got kicked out of the truth, got disgruntled to the left, turned your back on the whole truth. He ain't on the level with y'all. He's way above, your regular average Israelite. Okay, he wasn't an ordinary man, and we don't know what his place is with the Lord, as far as for us to go and scornfully say something. Hell, even when the Comforter died, most brothers, we did call the dude a false prophet. But but that was obvious, you know what I mean? But we didn't go all out on him the way that this dude is. We still was remorseful. We hear other people pass away, we still remorseful of it. But in any event, you're gonna expect this from these types of individuals. And then you sit there and do a video and tell Coolio rest in Gangster's paradise. What the fuck is you talking about, man? Ain't no damn Gangster's paradise. That's like saying Coolio passed away and the spiritual realm gonna be catered to him and others like him. Fuck no. These people they're gonna not even be gangsters in the kingdom. Ain't no damn heaven heaven don't have a ghetto. Ain't no heaven for a G. Ain't no gangster's paradise. None of that bullshit. Okay? Those are all wicked works. So again, fear the Lord with all thy soul and reverence his priest. What he should have been doing is giving reverence. He should have been saying something positive. If you didn't want to say nothing positive, you could at least gave respect into all the work that the man put into the ministry. Ain't nobody sitting here saying he was that he did everything right. None of us have said that. But we didn't even know him. It would be ill thought of us to speak about a situation we don't know about. Now I want to read here. Let's go over here and read this. One of the most nerve-wracking or irksome things that these Israelites do. You just continuously go on and on about this gangster shit. You love this fucking gangster image. That macho bullshit is what that is. Macho, worldly, wicked, black culture bullshit. That gangster shit. Can't wait till ain't no more fucking gangsters, man. You will scoff your elder, but choose a gangster. This is Ecclesiastes 13. I'm going to jump in here, verse 15. It says, every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind. What does that mean? And a man will cleave to his like. You're going to be around those who you are like. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? And this is the whole thing. You are sitting there choosing gangsters, and you're supposed to be a man in the truth. You're supposed to be a new creation. Ain't no new creation walking around here still talking about your gangster past, going on no jumper, doing all this. Your works are well known, man. I don't have to sit here and list all that goofy shit you've been doing the whole time. Damn it, you've been in the truth. It's one thing after the next. So when you choose a gangster ass nigga over a man that served the Most High, this is what it's likening to. It's almost like that spirit of give us Barabbas. You can read about that in Matthew 27. We'll read it and jump around a little bit. It says, Matthew 27:16, and they had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, whom will ye that I release unto you, Barabbas or Yahushua, which is called Hamashiach? For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. When he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, have thou nothing to do with that just man? For I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahushua. The governor answered and said unto them, Whither of the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said, Barabbas. Pilate said unto them, What shall I do then with Yahushua, which is called Hamashiach? They all said to him, Let him be crucified. And this is that same thing. You would choose a gangster nigga who did what for your people? Nothing. Made a fucking song. We can all make songs. You ain't ever heard the expression, every nigga is an entertainer? We all got music ability damn near. We can all make songs. Coolio wasn't nothing special in that regard. He was a worldly ass nigga. You was giving a tribute to this guy, but then you scoff your elder who came in the spirit of Yahushua at a time. You see? And it's disgusting. It's despicable. All the adjectives you can find, it's despicable. This is 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. It says, The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness. And that dude Ahlazar is walking after the flesh and despises government. He despises government. He often talks about how he admires these gangsters and this and that. And he even said that Farrakhan was his leader. See, this dude is worldly as fuck, man. He think he's smart. He thinks he's being strategic. But the only thing that's happening is the Most High is playing chess with your ass. That's what's happening with you. You see? All that emotional shit and all that fake ass, that fake, he feigning himself to be a just man. All that fake sincerity. That's all bullshit. He's doing that shit for his followers, for them views and for that money, for more notoriety and fame, trying to boost up his name and his brand. Ain't nobody fooled by this bullshit. We see right through your ass. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. This nigga also said he constantly put other people in front of his real elders and apostles, his real elders, and say they are his leaders. Farrakhan is his leader. HODC is his leader. He's under the different council with his Zabak is his leader, or whoever the fuck he's saying. All wrong. Tukey Williams ain't your leader. Okay, Monster Cody, Coolio, whatever. It's all stupid at the end of the day. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed, that's another one of his traits, presumptuous and self-willed, two of his traits. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. That's why he sat there like that and said, F. Aria. So for all you stupid niggas out there, it's been brought up. You'll make the case and say, well, Aria, when he went off, he did this, he did that. Well, you got to go back to the story of King Solomon. King Solomon went off in his old age. Did he lose his place with the Lord? No. Was he known as not being a man of the Lord? No. King Solomon is always going to be held in high regard and esteem among the Israelites, even though he went off. He went off hard. Let's read about it. 1 Kings 11 and 1. It says, Solomon turns from the Most High. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, the so-called Chinese, Ammonites, so-called Japanese, Edomites, so-called white man, Zidonians, Hamites, and Hittites, other Hamites. You see? Now the thing wasn't that King Solomon, as far as the flesh, was with these women. It was the reason why the Most High said, don't deal with these other nations because they're going to turn away your heart. Here it is. Of the nations concerning which the Lord Yahweh said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. You see, that's the key. For it came to pass when Solomon was old, was not the elder high priest Uriah an old man? Yeah, he was. That his wives turned away his heart after their gods. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his power, as was the heart of David his father. What does that mean, having a perfect heart? Having a perfect heart with the Lord means you worship no other gods. But Solomon went off. He did worship other gods by process of elimination, indirectly, right? It says, for Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord as did David his father. You see that? And one of the brothers mentioned that King Solomon was a high-level witch, and niggas got mad over it and said it wasn't true. It is true. It's just the way you phrase it, but watch what else he did. Then did Solomon build an high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon. You see that? So if you build a high place, it's like he made a temple for him. And Solomon wasn't no slouch. He had plenty of money, plenty of wealth. You have to imagine that he put a lot of effort and money and building and expense into these other high places that he made for these false gods, for these idols. Solomon was heavy in idolatry. It says, and likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrificed unto their gods. And the Lord was angry with Solomon, because his heart was turned from the Lord, power of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice, and had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods. But he kept not that which the Lord commanded. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes which I commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant. So the Most High was pissed off with Solomon. He was going to take the kingdom. Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son. Howbeit I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. So you see right there, even in the discipline and punishment of the Most High, there is mercy. So what did he do? He showed mercy unto King Solomon because of King David. You see? And we know that's how the kingdom got split between Rehoboam and Jeroboam. That's how it wound up happening, because Solomon went off. Now look, there was a division in the kingdom. And that's all it is to it, man. But the Most High still holds Solomon a place in his kingdom. Right? What you going to say? Kingdom Solomon ain't going to be in the kingdom either? You said Ariel ain't going to be in the kingdom. So you think King Solomon ain't going to be there because he went off? It's stupid. And you people out there, you followers, you got to watch and pay attention and be careful what you say out of your mouth. You looking at shit on one level. You don't know the scriptures and you don't know the history of the Israelites enough to be opening your mouth up. Close your mouth. You letting flies out. You listening to guys like this, guys like that, them crazy niggas from Mississippi, two weirdos down there, Dumb and Dumber, Bird and Ernie. You listening to them? They don't know what the fuck is going on. They got kicked out from the camp they was in because they was terrible leaders. Or the one guy was a terrible leader and a worse brother. But you gonna listen to him like he got the juice. Now them niggas just hurt trying to get back. All of them going off. This dude Ahlazar is going off. He don't understand the scriptures as much as he thinks he does. He don't understand legacy. He don't get it. He act like he's the judge. He act like he Yahweh. You can't punish nobody. You don't have a heaven to send them to, right? Or any type of hell you can put them through. So you might as well just be quiet, cuz. Like the elder brother Ariella said, shut the fuck up, man.